Are you looking for online medical assistant programs and want to start your career as a medical assistant? Well, guess what? You're on the right track. Not many people know this, but to become a medical assistant, you don't need to get a degree. You also don't need to spend years in school. In fact, with online training, you can become a medical assistant in as little as 4 to 6 months. Now, having said that, to start your career the right way, there are 3 critical elements that you need along with your training. So today, I'll reveal little-known secrets that can help you supercharge your online medical assistant training, and I'll also give you a step-by-step roadmap on how to get job ready as a medical assistant in the next 4 months. Here's what I'm going to cover. The 3 key things you need that could help you stand miles ahead of the competition, even as an entry-level medical assistant. How to choose the right online medical assistant program so that you don't waste time and money by enrolling in the wrong classes. How to get real-life clinical experience even before you start working full-time as a medical assistant. The #1 thing employers look for before hiring medical assistants. And finally, how you can get the same respect and trust that comes with a full-time on-campus university program, even if you choose online training. Look, this is going to be an action-packed video, and you'll learn about all the secrets that very few people know about. Stick till the end, because I promise by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start your dream career as a medical assistant. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Grant. I'm a known education expert, and I've been featured in tons of publications like Forbes, Bloomberg, and Reader's Digest. My mission is to help busy adults get certified and start the career of their dreams faster, without a bunch of student loans or spending years in the classroom. And on this channel, I share tips and tricks that'll help you do that. So let's get started. Medical assisting is a great career with over 114,000 job openings projected every year, according to the BLS. Whoa, that's a lot. It's obvious that medical assistants are in demand, but when the demand is so high, so is the competition. You need to stand ahead of the competition to increase your chances of landing a job and starting your career as a medical assistant. I found that there are 3 key things that could help you do just that. #1, a university certificate. In the healthcare industry, people put a large emphasis on where you go to school. That's why doctors and nurses always want to go to the best ones. And as a medical assistant, if you have a university certificate for your training, that could possibly tip the scales in your favor as well. Now, I know what you're thinking. How will I get a university certificate for this online training? Well, there's a way, and I'll talk about that shortly. #2, certification. You need to get certified as a medical assistant. You need that CCMA tag after your name. #3, experience. Finally, if you have some experience under your belt working as a medical assistant, that can be huge. Now, do you know the #1 thing that employers want from their medical assistants? They want you to be certified. According to a recent survey, this is something over 89% of employers look at before hiring. 89%, that's a lot. But what does it mean to be certified? There are nationally recognized institutions like the NHA, and they conduct an exam. Once you clear your exam, you're a certified clinical medical assistant, and you can put the CCMA title after your name. This is huge, and this is one of the things that sets you apart. The CCMA is typically regarded as the gold standard for medical assistants, and holding this certification shows employers that you can be trusted to perform the duties of a medical assistant. The CCMA is a national certification, and it's valid across the United States, irrespective of where you live. Now, sometimes entry-level medical assistants think that they can just get on-the-job training and skip getting certified. Not a good idea. As a clinical medical assistant, you're working closely with patients and doctors, and healthcare facilities could be reluctant to hire uncertified medical assistants. They typically prefer someone who can be trusted with patients and has been certified by recognized institutions. So I highly recommend sitting for your exam and getting certified beforehand. The golden recipe for setting yourself apart as an entry-level clinical medical assistant is simple. Get the university certificate for your medical assistant training, obtain the CCMA certification, and get hands-on clinical experience working as a medical assistant. The problem is most online training programs don't get you ready for all of these. Now, a few years ago, I realized that there's a clear gap between what employers are likely looking for and the traditional training options. I realized that online training is the way to go. But not all online programs are created alike, and some online courses could have major flaws. So it got me thinking, if I had the luxury of creating a perfect online training program for medical assistants, what would it entail? First, it needs to be affordable. On-campus medical assistant programs can be so expensive. For a degree program, the tuition can be upwards of $12,000 and go as high as $30,000. And for a certification program, the enrollment fee can range from $7,000 to $15,000. That is a big, big price tag. To afford such a high cost, you may have to rely on student loans. This means even before you start your career, you're under the burden of student debt. And that's not the best way to start your career. You ideally don't want to pay so much for your education. Your online training should ideally cost less than $5,000. Second, it should prepare you to be certified. This is a big one. If your online training program prepares you for the Certified Clinical Medical Assistant or the CCMA certification by NHA, then that can be game-changing, especially for beginners. Look, if you walk into that job interview with the CCMA tag next to your name, you're going in there all guns blazing. As I said earlier, an overwhelming majority of employers prefer to hire certified clinical medical assistants, and your online training program should prepare you to crush the CCMA exam and become a certified clinical medical assistant. Third, it needs to be from an accredited source. This is important. Sometimes students make the mistake of enrolling in a training program from an unaccredited source. This could be a huge red flag in the eyes of an employer. As I said earlier, in healthcare, where you get your training is so important. If your training is from an unaccredited source or from a place that no one has heard of, that could be a deal breaker in the eyes of an employer. Now, there's a secret way through which you can get top-notch online medical assistant training and still get a university certificate. I'll talk about that very shortly, but stay tuned. Fourth, your training needs to be self-paced. The convenience you get from online classes is unparalleled. You can learn from the comfort of your home. But your training needs to be self-paced. If your training is online, but the classes are scheduled, that can be a problem. And as an adult, we're busy. We've got responsibilities, kids, schedules, and so much more. It can be challenging to stop everything in our lives and attend weekly scheduled classes. Things can come up, and you might just miss a class. And if you miss a class, you'll likely fall behind. What you want is self-paced training where you have the freedom to get your training anytime and complete your training according to your convenience. For busy adults, self-paced online training is absolutely the way to go. And finally, fifth, you should be able to complete your training faster. Your online medical assistant training needs to be thorough and interactive and should be designed to prepare you for the career. Sometimes with full-time on-campus programs, you have to study subjects that have nothing to do with medical assisting. Your online classes need to be laser sharp and focused on medical assisting. There's no point wasting time studying fluff. This should ultimately allow you to finish your medical assisting training faster. Ideally, you want to complete your online program in 6 months or less. Anything longer than that, it's just too long. The faster you complete your training, the faster you start towards your career. All right, guys, now this is important. If what I said all makes sense, then I've something super interesting to reveal. If you're still here, you're serious about becoming a medical assistant and want to enroll in the right training program. So I created this template for an ideal medical assistant program a few years ago. And at that time, I thought, How many lives could possibly change if a program like this actually existed? Well, guess what? A program like this does exist. It took some time, but we actually created it. It has everything I just said, plus a lot more. I'm talking about Preppy's Medical Assistant Certification Program. This program is designed to help you get job ready as a medical assistant in the next few months. And here's everything you get with Preppy's Medical Assistant Program. 100% online and self-paced. With Preppy, you get complete freedom from boring classrooms, and the program is 100% online. You can get your medical assistant training from the comfort of your home. You can learn on the couch, at night, or in your favorite coffee shop. The program is also self-paced, so you can get your training according to your schedule and comfort. No more driving to classes multiple times a week, and no more additional expenses. Once you enroll, you get instant access to all the training material, which includes interactive lessons, presentations, and exercises. Inside the program, you'll learn the medical assistant's role and tasks in clinical and surgical settings, pharmacology and administration of medications, the steps in quality patient care, including medical facility prep, taking vital signs, specimen collection procedures, and completing patient checkout, how to assist physicians and medical office teams in minor surgeries, diagnostic testing, laboratory procedures, and other medical specialties, and so much more. Our program is holistic and interactive, giving you the right medical assistant training. And the best thing, you can start your training right now within minutes. No applications and no waiting for semester starts. Faster. Preppy's program is self-paced, meaning you can complete the program in as little as 4 months. That's right, you can be done with medical assistant school in just 4 months. Not years like other programs, months. Time is money, and the faster you get through your training, the faster you can start towards your career. The Preppy course curriculum is designed exclusively for medical assistants. No fluff, no extra information, and no unnecessary classes. In partnership with an accredited university. In the beginning, I discussed why having a university certificate could be huge for your resume. Preppy's program is in partnership with a reputable, top-ranked, nonprofit accredited university. When you complete your training program, you get a certificate of completion in medical assisting from this accredited university. Think about how proud you'll be of yourself when your coworkers see that university certificate hanging on the wall in your office. That could be huge for your career growth in healthcare. With Preppy, your online training program is through this well-known accredited university. And as I emphasized earlier, employers could love that. And still, it's 100% online, and this is huge. Prepares you to be certified. That's not all. With Preppy's Medical Assistant Certification Program, you get all the skills to crush the certification exams and be a certified clinical medical assistant by NHA. And as I said earlier, this can be game-changing. Hospitals and healthcare facilities want medical assistants who can be trusted, who know the ins and outs, and who can assist the patients. If you're a certified medical assistant, that tells them that you meet these industry standards and that you're someone they can trust and rely on, as you've been tested and certified by this nationally recognized institution. Being certified gives you a competitive edge, and you stand out among your peers. After completing your training with Preppy, you can apply and sit for your certification exam to get that awesome CCMA title after your name. Externship opportunity included. Preppy also takes care of the hands-on experience part, as an externship is also included with the program. With this externship, you get to feel what it's like working at a local hospital or healthcare facility. With online programs, you miss out on that hands-on experience, and you have to arrange for that externship or internship on your own. That's a lot of time and proves to be a headache. With Preppy, everything's taken care of, and your externship will be arranged for you when you finish your program. With this externship, you get valuable hands-on clinical experience, and you can cite this externship experience on your resume. Externships are incredibly valuable, and with Preppy, you get that. So to summarize, online medical assistant training. university certificate, ready for national certification exams, and an externship for real-life clinical experience. With Preppy, we check all the boxes and you're job ready as a medical assistant within just a few months. If you want to stand apart as an entry-level medical assistant with Preppy, you have everything you need to do just that. Everything I said is included in Preppy's Medical Assistant Certification Program. Now, how much does it cost? As I stressed earlier, your training shouldn't put you under the burden of student debt, and Preppy is insanely affordable. Right now, at the time of making this video, you can enroll in the program for just one low price of $15.99. That's absolutely insane. Everything I talked about is included. Everything you would want in a medical assistant program, Preppy takes care of, and at an insanely low price. You can also enroll using our payment plans as well. Ultimately, Preppy gets the seal of approval from medical assistants across the country. If you want to enroll, click on the link in the description below the like button. Preppy's programs are loved by students across the country, like Felicia Wynn. She says, "Thank you for providing a one-stop shop program that will make me not only competitive, but gives me priceless knowledge about my field of study. This will give me and my family a better quality of life." Another student, Emily, who was working as a receptionist in a doctor's office, signed up with Preppy, and she was able to start her new career. She said, "The top 3 things I loved about Preppy are being able to pace yourself and actually learning and understanding the material. The opportunity to participate in an externship after completing the course, and the cost of the program is very affordable. I would recommend Preppy to anyone who's interested in getting certified for a new career." Once again, Preppy's program is 100% online and self-paced. In partnership with a well-known accredited university, it prepares you to be a certified clinical medical assistant. Externship opportunity is included, and our program is insanely affordable. So if you want to become a medical assistant, you could get your training with Preppy's certification program and start towards your career as a medical assistant in months. Click on the link below to check out our program and enroll today. I hope today's video was informative for you. If you like the content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like the video. This is Grant signing off. Take care.